Rav Chaim Ozer Godinsky, the great Lithuanian rabbi, was on vacation in the Swiss Alps, and he was there with his friend, Rav Meir Yechiel Epstein, the great Polish leader, also known as Ostrava Rebbe. And while they were walking together, enjoying the beautiful scenery of the Swiss Alps, Rav Meir Chaim Ozer Godinsky asks Ostrava Rebbe, Dvar Torah, Chidush, something that I can bring back to my town and share with my people. And Ostrava Rebbe says, I'm going to ask you a question. There's a Mishnah towards the end of Masechet Makot. And there the Mishnah says that how many malkot, how many lashes does a person deserve if they violate any of the laws of the Torah? The Torah goes through different punishments that are given to the different sins that a person commits, and one of them is called malkot, lashes. So how many lashes does one get? And the Mishnah says, well, if you look in the Psukim, it says at the end of Sefer Dvarim, Perek Chafei, b'mispar 40. They're supposed to get 40. And the Mishnah says it doesn't mean exactly 40. It means a number that is close to the number 40, 39. And from there we have the tradition that someone who violates an Isur of the Torah and deserves the Malkot punishment will get 39 lashes. And then the Gemara continues and says, Kama tipshin, how foolish are the people that they get up and stand up when the Torah is walking by them, but they don't stand up for a gavra rabra, a great person. And look at the rabbis. The rabbis took what it says in the Torah, and instead of taking it literally, the number 40, they decided to change it to the number 39. And everyone is ready to get up and to stand and to kiss the Sefer Torah and to dance with the Sefer Torah. But the rabbis, these great rabbis, the Gavra Rabbah, took the Sefer Torah and were able, within their framework of how to deal with rabbinic law, were able to change that to 39. And therefore, says the Gemara, we should stand up for these great Talmidei Chachamim. Asks Ostrava Rebbe, and he says, why did the Gemara choose the Pasuk and the laws of Malkot, and not the Pasuk much earlier in our Parshat this week of Parshat Emor? We also have another situation, another case, where the rabbis also took a number and they changed it, they manipulated it. The Torah tells us that we're to count 50 days for the Sefirat HaOmer, 50 Yom, and the rabbis say it doesn't mean 50, it's really 49, the number that is close to 50, and that's where we have the tradition of counting 49 days. Why didn't the Gemara, why didn't the Talmud use the Pasuk much earlier, already in Sefer Vayikra, in the book of Leviticus? Why did they wait for Sefer Devarim to use that Pasuk? And the Ostrava Rebbe explains, and he says, you know what makes a person a Gavra Rabbah? What makes a person great? It's not that they know how to manipulate numbers and to figure out, well, 50 really means 49, 40 really means 39. No, that's not what makes a great person. You know what makes them a great person? If they could take away the suffering of another person. The Gemara had two options to choose from. Option number one is to use the numbers of 50 to 49 for Sfirat HaOmer. Or option number two is to use the number of 40 to 39 when it comes to Malkot of lashes. Gavra Rabbah means someone who could take and see the suffering of someone else and do something about it. And the rabbis saw that really when the number says Arba'im, we don't want to give someone 40 lashes. We obviously can't change it completely and only give them 10, 5. But let's give them a number that's close to 40. B'mispar, in the number 40. Well, in means 39, close to the number 40. The rabbis didn't want people to suffer. That's what makes them great. And if we are to be a Gavra Rabbah, if we are to be great people, if we are to be people who make a difference in this world, it's by looking at someone else's suffering and doing something about it. It's by finding ways to alleviate someone else's pain and their suffering. There's so many people out there who are suffering. There's so many people out there who feel alone, or so many people out there who need help. How are we going to be a Gavra Rabbah? How are we going to help somebody else? Shabbat Shalom.